My mother, Missionary Lucy Williams, a praiser, a mother, a giver.
She dedicated her life to God, her family, her church, and to serving others. That was the tenet of her life, service to others.
She always had a way of encouraging you, and if you were a kid, she made you feel like a lioness. And she had that way about her.
She was an awesome and a powerful evangelist. She not only spoke about it, but she lived it inside and outside the church.
She would be in the other room, and the only thing you would hear was just like prayer and just praying and just having church by herself. You would think it would be a full church going on, but she's praying like for favor in my life, favor in Sister Canty's life, and her and Angela's life, and everybody else, just praying for everybody else but herself. But that's just the type of person she was. She was just such a giving person.
She would always have me get up and lead different songs and teach different parts in the choir. I never forget, I was a little girl, and the first song I ever led was Going Up Yonder. And I was nervous about it, but she would always tell me that I could do it. She always instilled pride and a fearless nature in us.
Because the accident was really, really bad. When I got to the hospital, one of the nurses did actually call my mom, and my mom was, she was on the other end of the phone, and she was like, "Is my daughter okay? Is my daughter okay? Is my daughter okay?" And the nurse said, "She's fine." And she said, "I'll be there in 20 minutes. But it seemed like she got there in 5. It seemed like she actually made it there in 5 minutes. And that's one thing that I will say about my mom. When I say that, she loved her kids, and she just genuinely loved us. She just genuinely loved us.
The thing that she did for me, she helped me to come out with my singing and my praising. Something that she saw in me that I was kind of just a little scared and nervous to do. It really wasn't a really cool thing for a guy to be singing, like at a young age, But I know my mom, watching her consistently every time, any opportunity she got, just praising God and singing, no matter who's looking or who's doing what. She always gave God praise. And from this day forward, that's all I do. I just give all I have for the Lord. And because of her, I watched her give everything she had. Didn't hold back for nobody.
I owe it all to L.V. Williams, a woman whose life, I can truthfully say, made me want to be a Christian. And it wasn't any of the great televangelists of the day. None of that. It was LV. Thanks, Mama. I love you so.
I can remember it's 7 of us. She had 8 children, 7 surviving. Being as young as 10 years old and going to senior centers and hospitals and things like that, and braiding people's hair and singing to them and reading books to them on a regular basis. She would take us because she wanted us to make sure we had the spirit of service as well, that nothing is owed to you. What you owe to God is service to others and to live your life in a way that's honorable to God. So we are extremely proud and grateful and thankful for having a mother like that.
I think she epitomizes the term pay it forward, because she always sought to improve someone else's life, whether it was someone who was struggling financially, whether it was someone who needed advice, some young girl who didn't have any direction, some young man who didn't have any direction. She made an effort to ensure that she tried to touch everybody's life and to improve them. And I think if the world would adopt her mindset and adopt her approach to making an improvement in life, the world would be such a much better place.